Item 2, apologies, members on leave of absence. We have a full house this evening. So we'll go to public question time and receiving of public statements. Any public question time this evening? No, thank you. And declarations of interest. Do any council members have any interest in the items that we're about to consider this evening? Okay, no, thank you. So that takes us to the first item of business. And I'm advised by the Executive Manager of Governance that before asking for a mover and seconder, that we call for nominations, noting that I have received a written nomination from Councillor Susan Gontaszewski for the position of Deputy Mayor. Are there any further nominations this evening? Okay, I'll ask for a mover and seconder then to adopt that nomination. Moved by Councillor Hallett, second by Councillor Castle. Do you wish to speak to the item?
I think Councillor Gontaszewski would be a fantastic choice.
Okay, thank you. Seconder?
Through you, Mayor, they're very happy to support Councillor Gontaszewski in her continued role as Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? I declare that carried unanimously. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. Yes, we're allowed to clap. Susan, if you could please come forward and sign the declaration. Oh, I just don't need to read it. My apologies. Do you want to read it here?
I, Susan Gontaszewski of 42 Plunkett Street, Highgate, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of the City of Vincent, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the City of Vincent under Section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Okay, that takes us to item 5.2, appointment of the to the West Australian Local Government Association Central Metropolitan Zone Council representatives. There are 4 positions available, 2 members or voting delegates and 2 deputies or proxies. I understand there's been a nomination from Councillor Iopolo. Are there any further nominations for WELGA? It's good to have at least 2. Councillor Wallace, you've also nominated. Thank you very much. Would anyone else like to nominate for a position, either deputy or member? We'll go with 2. Okay, can I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Gontaszewski, seconded by Councillor Castle. Do you wish to speak to the motion? Councillor Castle, does anybody wish to speak to the motion? Okay, I'll put that. All those in favour? Declare that. Councillor Alexander, did you vote? Thank you. All those in favour? I declare that carried. Thank you. Okay, next we have item 5.3, appointment of Mindarie Regional Council and Tamala Park Regional Council representatives. I understand that we have so far received 1 nomination for Mindarie Regional Council, Councillor Alex Castle, and 2 nominations for Tamala Park Regional Council, Councillor Alexander and Councillor Wallace. I'll just seek some advice. Manager of Executive Governance, do we need to, Executive Manager of Governance, do we need to deal with both items together, or could we deal with the one where we do not need an election first?
Thank you, Mayor. I believe that the meeting procedures local law allows the mayor to be able to break down recommendations into usable portions so decisions can be made. So you can break that down into two parts.
Okay. Before doing so, I'll just call for any further nominations for the Mindarie Regional Council. Okay, there being none, I'll treat clause 1 of item 5.3 as it's a standalone motion, which is that council appoints the following elected member to represent the City of Vincent on the Mindarie Regional Council for the term 19 October to the next ordinary local government election, being 21st of October 2023, member Councillor Alex Castle. Can I have a mover and seconder? Moved by Councillor Gondaszewski, seconded by Councillor Loden. Although, is there any debate? All those in favour? I declare that carried. And in terms of nominations for the Tamala Park Regional Council, can I just call for any further nominations? Does anybody wish to, at this point, put their hand up for alternate, or would you prefer to see the outcome of the vote? That is also an option. Okay, we'll go with the two nominees, Councillor Ashley Wallace and Councillor Ron Alexander, by secret ballot. Would either council member like to address council on why they would see themselves as the preferred candidate for the position?
Thanks, Michael. Look, I guess over the last couple of years on council, I've built a pretty good familiarity with the city's strategic objectives around investment and waste management. And I guess through my day job outside of council, I've got strong awareness of and experience in waste management, contaminated sites, and residential subdivision and development, which are kind of core functions of TPRC. So yeah, I think in that regard, I could make a strong contribution and represent Vincent well on the regional council.
Thank you, Councillor Wallace. Councillor Alexander.
I understood some of the waste management requirements at Tamala Park were winding down. I too have had substantial experience with regards to waste in government, in the state government, whether it be at all the various camps that the Sport and Recreation Department ran, and waste requirements, and also at times with others in the state government. But also with regards to land use and best use, I have negotiated a range of contracts, whether it be the contracts for the users of Optus Stadium, which is a reasonably big one, or camps like Tone River and Woodman Point and others with land sales. So I've been directly involved in those negotiations to get good returns for government, whether it be selling off the Bateman camp, which used to be a place where new migrants would come and stay with over 400 beds. So I have significant experience in working and negotiating, for the organisation that I'm working for, and have got particularly good results. So I think I can achieve a good result at Tamala Park.
Thank you very much, Councillor Alexander. We will now conduct a secret ballot.
Through you, Mayor Cole, I can read out the results of the secret ballot, which were 7 votes for Councillor Wallace and 2 votes for Councillor Alexander.
Prior to moving that, would anyone like to nominate for the position of alternate to Tamala Park Regional Council? Councillor Hallett, is there a preference? No, great. You're happy to take that on? Thank you very much, Councillor Hallett. We now have a motion to appoint Councillor Ashley Wallace as the member and Councillor Jonathan Hallett as the alternate member. Can I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Councillor Castle, seconded by Councillor Loden. Any debate? Okay, I'll put that. All those in favour? All those against? I declare that carried. Just to let you know, there is a whole series of other opportunities coming up in the November council meeting. We have basically tried to deal with as little positions as necessary for the council to function, because we know that it is it's good to provide time for council members new to become acquainted with the city as much as possible. These ones we had, I believe, statutory obligations, and Welga had also called upon us to make those nominations. We needed that representation to happen, but in November there'll be many more opportunities to represent the city on advisory committees, etc. And we will be, I'm sure, having many positions available. So that was the business for the council, special council meeting of the 19th of October 2021. So I declare the meeting closed at 6:40 p.m. Thanks, everybody.